from slapping him across the face. I promise you I'm not making this up. I mean, you couldn't even write this. It's literally like out of a movie or something. More rocks were thrown, holes were torn in the tent, but eventually a deal was brokered by Melissa between the Europeans and the Sherpas. Uli, Simone, and Jonathan were given 1 hour to leave Mount Everest for good, or else. That is truly an insane deal, and to me, it shows just how angry the Sherpas really were. I mean, think about it. Under the stress of last season's revelation by Russell Bryce, the Sherpas were probably feeling extreme pressure to make sure that their work was done perfectly this year. And any threats to that would not only mean threats to their own livelihoods, but also to the lives of the hundreds of clients who were trusting the Sherpas to make the mountain as safe as possible when they eventually start climbing it. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I know the whole story. There's definitely maybe something more that the Europeans did or said that contributed to the anger of the Sherpas. I really don't know. This is just what's been reported. There's always two sides to a story, but based on everything that I've read, it seems like it was just the wrong place and the wrong time for Uli and his team to be trying to skirt around the Sherpas. And the fact that they didn't even get the opportunity to summit Everest and were basically run out of camp like that, well, that shows how seriously the Sherpas were taking this offense. And so the European climbers left the mountain, and on paper, this should have been the end of things, right? But of course, I mean, we know that drama like this never ends that smoothly. Now, fortunately, despite everyone's stress and despite all of this chaos on the mountain, the 2013 climbing season ended with no major avalanches. Climbers went home, the mountain emptied out, and Melissa went back to her life in the United States, and Uli went back to Switzerland trying to process what the hell had just happened to him and his climbing partners. But despite this confusion and probably a lot of anger, Uli was still very desperate to return to Mount Everest one day. He was not giving up. But of course, as we all know, Everest for many people is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But we'll come back to that shortly. On paper, things were done. Uli was alive. Melissa had prevented a murder, essentially, or multiple murders, and the Sherpas had very clearly sent their message. However, in reality, 2013 was only the beginning. For Uli, Everest became unfinished business, tempting him to return each climbing season for almost 4 years. And for the Sherpas, the danger that they had been screaming about was about to become horrifyingly real. So, do you remember Russell Bryce's warning and his dramatic cancellation of his clients' expeditions a few years earlier? Well, on April 18th, 2014, just 1 year after the Sherpa mob and the fight, well, that exact hanging serac that Russell had warned everyone about broke off Everest's western shoulder. The ice that fell was the size of an NBA basketball court, like 113 feet thick, weighing over 1,400 tons. And when it hit the Khumbu icefall traveling at terminal velocity, it didn't make a sound that most people at base camp could hear, but what they did hear were the screams afterwards. 16 Sherpas were killed in that avalanche. 3 of their bodies were never found at all. They're still up there somewhere in the ice, presumably. 9 others sustained blunt trauma injuries severe enough to require evacuation. And here's what you need to know. The Sherpas who died that morning were doing exactly what Sherpas do every single season. They were fixing ropes, they were establishing the route, carrying loads, they were making Everest possible for all of the paying clients that were to come. This was exactly the kind of fear that the Sherpas in 2013 were carrying. They knew how dangerous Everest was, even for just a day, and on this 2014 day, their worst fears were confirmed. Among the deceased Sherpas was Aang Kaji Sherpa, a veteran of over half a dozen Everest expeditions, the father of 6 children. In fact, in 2012, just a few years earlier, he had been the first person to summit Everest in that entire season, putting up the climbing ropes for everyone else that followed him. When he came down from the summit, he was greeted with enormous applause, and yet he remained humble and smiling, downplaying what he had just accomplished. And now he was gone, dead at 41 years old. And his story is just one of the 16 Sherpas who died. This was the worst single day in Everest history up until that point. even worse than the 1996 disaster. Melissa Arnott, who was at Everest Base Camp when this happened, preparing for another season of guiding clients up the mountain, well, she grabbed her medical gear and basically ran up the mountain to try and help however she could. But sadly, there was just nothing that could be done at this point. It was just a horrible, horrible day for everyone involved. The scale of the loss for the Sherpas and for the climbing community is hard to even put into words. And so often, it's the Sherpas whose lives and deaths don't get the kind of press and attention that the paying clients or the professional climbers do. That's something I've seen a lot of you actually mention in the comments, and so I really wanted to make that point clear. And so a few days after the disaster, the Sherpas announced that they would not work on Everest for the rest of the 2014 season out of respect for the 16 Sherpas who died. And to me, I feel like part of it was also sort of a protest, especially having been put through so many emotions over the past few climbing seasons. Now, that's me editorializing there. I could be wrong, but it kind of
Sarita, you fought alongside the sentients, but some were forced to be enemies. Relive those memories and reclaim them. After 12 minutes, memory becomes nightmare.
Anarchs are burying ground scanners everywhere. Oh, we're totally exposed until you dig them up and neutralize them.
Detector troubles. Offending errors. Removed.
Ground scanners eliminated. Oh, we can maneuver in peace again. Anarchs storing critical supplies nearby. Establish area control and siphon supplies.
Louder! The Tenno captures a cache! Supplies captured. Battlekin to be much relieved. Cache captured. Strong Tenno friend.
Cache is captured. Marking your next target. Make the Anarchs regret their disloyalty. Cut them down.
Blink pass charge. More Anarchs come. Be alert, Tenno. More come.
What my Ascaris did to one of your Warframes. What happened to its operator can happen to you too.
Watch! And blink Anarch!
Ah, boots on the other foot now, isn't it, Galastra? Break off in this fight, Tenno. Your blade is needed elsewhere. Reinforcements! Where in Soul Sky did they come from? Tenno, take them out!
Tenno! Anarchs fall from air like gloom seeds!
transmitter is under our control. Get it powered, and we'll send their secrets right back to HQ.
Your warframes cut down my comrades like cattle. See how it feels.
Air's weapon outfit includes cathode and anode. Battery make? Air made battery. Power transmitter now. We are so close. Get more power.
Data transfer initiated. Well, look at this, Tenno. Huh. Got new orders for you.
The Oracle demand.
Commandeered prime warframes are the strongest weapons the Anarchs have. Fight fire with fire, and draw one out. Out! Put them out of their misery.
Deploy a warframe. A commandeered prime, or one of the insane ones. I don't care.
Prime down. What a waste.
A thief comes to steal.
Minefield just tore up an entire regiment. Get in close and hack them to neutralize the field quickly. Or just blow them up one by one. Don't matter to me. Mine's neutralized. You got nerves of steel, Tenno. I'll give you that. Got an Anarch targeting array lining up shots for their big guns. Your job? Disable, then destroy.
New code needed. Find me.
Warframes are all that make you special. See how you fare against one.
Wise, kind Dactylists were twisted into horrors. We owe it to them to remember what was done. It is vital to remember the war as it truly was. You have done admirably, Tenno.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Bonjour. Avez-vous besoin de quelque chose? Non? So'll keep you.
Alongside the sentients, but some were forced to be enemies. Relive those memories and reclaim them. After 12 minutes, memory becomes nightmare.
My field just tore up an entire regiment. Get in close and hack them to neutralize the field quickly. Or just blow them up one by one. Don't matter to me. Mine's neutralized. You got nerves of steel, Tenno. I'll give you that. Make the Anarchs regret their disloyalty. Cut them down.
Watch! He blinked Anarch! Just got captured. I don't need to tell you what the Anarchs are capable of. Get them out of there! I think you're clear. Tenno is free.
To one of your Warframes. What happened to its operator can happen to you too.
Sentient Scout is safe and recovering. You, on the other hand, need to get back out into the field. Go! asshole sky did they come from? Tenno, take them out!
Attackers released! Trouble now! Tenno! Anarchs fall from air like loom seeds!
I know what
They're hammering us hard. We need to strike back. There's a commandeered prime in the area. Do what it takes to draw them out. Another prime Warframe spotted.
Enough! Let Ballas's nightmares face their own kind.
We wanted peace. The Anarchs chose death. Keep fighting. We have to finish the job.
Louder! Aegis needs Tenno! Hypkin under attack! Anarch strain energy! Death near! Help him down! Take seed core to Kid! Stay close to Hypkin, Tenno!
Those warframes are all that make you special. See how you fare against one.
Hypkin safe! Hypkin think, Tenno! Tenno back to orbit now!
active. Free fire! You've repelled them. Now make them pay. Anarch tight beam transmitter is under our control. Get it powered, and we'll send their secrets right back to HQ.
Wise, kind Dactylists were twisted into horrors. We owe it to them to remember what was done. Our people were betrayed in the old war. The more we remember, the better our chance of a new peace.
Hello. Might you care to work on something? Together.
How may I be of service to you this day? Or is it night? I honestly cannot tell in this place. Another time. So long, then. Soul has blessed our path to bring us here. Together, we shall see this task complete. Farewell. Non? Ah. So we return to our tasks.
Disappointed in how far this future has fallen. So superstitious.
Select destination.
Hello. What do I hear? Please, let's have some fun. Parting is such sweet. Remember the peace that was sabotaged by greed and pride. Relive the tragedy you were forced to endure.
Anox! We're under attack! Hold the line! Free fire! Turret up! Gun active! You've repelled them. Now make them pay. Attention! Got an Anarch transport moving in. Do not let it reinforce the enemy.
Air pads all over place. Must stop or else.
You cut off supply lines. Anarchs are hurting now. Seize this opportunity and push forward. Your objective is an Anarch shuttle. Hack in an uplink and Aegis can fly it home.
Systems online. Engine start slow. Keep safe. Deno, ship taking damage.
Troops inbound to resupply those turrets. Establish a perimeter and keep those soul-damned anarchs out.
I need ammo immediately. Anarch's blocked up. Must remove. Very hungry. Need reload. Last drop. Will Tenno give turret ammunition?
You're a lifeline, Tenno. Hope you got another miracle in you. This is a rout. Thin the anarch ranks.
Link pass charge. More anarchs come. Watch! He blinked anarchs! Be alert, Tenno. More come!
Anarch pride was their death sentence. If only they had listened. Keep moving. Your critical intel loaded onto a tight beam transmitter, but it's gone dark. Find a way to power it to max.
Those warframes are all that make you special. See how you fare against one.
supply cache is located. Get close and siphon them off for our side.
Supplies captured. Battlekin to be much relieved. Cache captured. Strong Deno friends. Louder! The Deno captures a cache.
The only people who needed those supplies more than us were the Anarchs. They would be happy. Let's pour salt in the wound.
Hivekin in trouble. Needs help. Needs energy core. You help. Aegis knows. Energy is Aegis. Bring to Hivekin.
The Anarchs were cruel, turning loyal friends into maddened enemies. Lay their tormented ghosts to rest. Even with prime warframes turned upon you, you were victorious. Honor these memories. To a war you barely survived. Remember the battles you were forced to fight, however bitter the memory. Everything depends upon it.
Must help Hivekin. Anarch's attack. Energy low. You must save. Hurry, Tenno. Hivekin needs energy core for lift. Kin breathes hive life. Lives to fight.
just tore up an entire regiment. Get in close and hack them to neutralize the field quickly. Or just blow them up one by one. Don't matter to me. Next objective. They're storming our position. Hold the line. Free fire. Gun active. Turn it off.
Fawning fools think you're the only ones with warframes? Allow me to educate you.
You've turned the tide, but you're not done. Anarchs have captured a sentient scout. Get him out of there before they can convert it.
I think you're clear. Tenno is front.
Scout just gave us critical intel, but we've got to move fast. Ops has identified one of Galastra's commandeered crimes. Draw them out and neutralize them. Prime Warframe spotted.
Look what my Ascaris did happened to its operator can happen to you too.
It's done. I know that wasn't pleasant, but it was necessary. More coming! Take out the assault squad! In the air or the ground! Doesn't matter to me!
Tenno, bears come from air like bloom seeds.
Amok supply cache is located. Get close and siphon them off for our side.
Prize captured. Battlekin to be much relieved. Cash captured. Strong Tenno friend. Louder. The Tenno captures a cat.
Cache is captured. Marking your next target. Turret's running low. Ammo airdrops incoming. Keep the area clear.
Tenno get turret ammunition? Just one more. Very hungry. Need reload.
You're a lifeline, Tenno. Hope you got another miracle in you. Supply shuttles up ahead, chock full of key resources. Install an uplink and keep it safe until Aegis can get it airborne remotely.
Aegis is pilot now. Engines warm.
to remember what was done. In recovering these memories, you have restored dignity to the dead and protected your past from corruption. Excellent work.
Dignity. Dignity at all times.
Have you come to pray? Or just for chit-chat? Ah, so'll keep you.
Reclaim your memories from the indifference. You have only 12 minutes to confront your past battles. After that, the truth must be faced.
Reinforcements! Where in Soul Sky did they come from? Tenno, take them out!
Tenno, anarchs fall from air like bloom seeds.
Supply cache is located. Get close and siphon drive them off for our side.
Supplies captured. Battlekin to be much relieved. Louder! The Tenno captures a cache. Cache captured. Strong Tenno friend.
The only people who needed those supplies more than us were the Anarchs. They won't be happy. Let's pour salt in the wound. Make the Anarchs regret their disloyalty. Cut them down.
Be alert, Tenno. More calm.
Your warframes cut down my comrades like cattle. See how it feels.
Every time you grind those bastards into the mud, and I feel a little twinge of pity, I remember what they did to my brothers.
Hivekin in trouble. Must stop captor. Return kin to Hive.
Get those flags out here!
Hivekin, you are free. Follow Tenno.
Don't let a scratch get on those bracks! We need them! Your critical intel loaded onto a tight beam transmitter, but it's gone dark. Find a way to power it to max.
Freedom is too sweet to surrender.
Anarch's gear. Could battery make? Battery assemble. Transmitter hungry for power.
We're halfway there.
think? This changes everything. Get to the next rendezvous point. We can't mass assault troops because of Anarch pinpoint strikes. Need you to take out their targeting array and give our guys a fighting chance.
Stall. New code needed. Find please.
Enough! Let Ballas's nightmares face their own kind.
Meltdown protocol? No collapse!
Goodbye, Anarch targeting array! Our turrets desperately need resupply. Ammo airdrop en route. Keep the drop zone clear.
Warped up! Must remove! Tenno give turret ammunition? Last knock! Turret hungry! Need reload! No drop until Anarch out!
Those turrets are back in fighting shape. No time to rest. You're needed elsewhere.
have won back your memories from the Void's corruption. Chaos has lost this battle.
Oh, hello. Might you care to work on something?
Lo, for all his pride, the devil.
Oh, there you are. Your uncertainties have ended. His have not. That is why Leon must be the one to make this journey. Leon, return to us with the mighty hammer of Uneru.
Come, noble hammer, Gogron, breaker of worlds. The Tenno have returned, and they have need of you once more.
Behold, Kogron, the hammer of Uneru, once hidden in the void. Now it is yours. May the unholy feel your anger. Ah, so long then.
Lo, for all his pride, the devil has fallen, and hears no more the caterwauling of his witches.
Witches were said to kiss the devil's arse.
Please, be gone.
Behold, Orokin royalty reduced to indecisive, and during the Old War, we once more found a need in the Orokin Empire to distinguish between foot soldiers, a waste of time. Dismissed. I am so disappointed in how far this future has fallen. So superstitious. Almost worse than these two relics of the past.
Hold still, devil. I will make you a relic yet. By soul, I bless the day.
Why? No.
How may I be of service to you this day? Or is it night? I honestly cannot tell in this place. C'est la vie. Farewell. Soul keep you. What do you hope to find at the bottom of this?
Albrecht always adored pretending that he was above the rest of us, Orokin, and our wanton dissipation. Yet here he was, living a double life. Go, then. Finally.
Welcome. That's all we have time for.